So one of the missions of Engineers Without Borders and that which is supported by CannedWater4Kids is to construct, I should say, to design and help construct engineering projects throughout the developing world. Construction, however, is not enough. One of the things that I've seen happen is, or actually just heard of this. No, I've seen projects that have been built and then left, and within 3 months, oh my gosh, there's like nightmare stories. There's a filtration system that was put in, I don't remember where, but the group that had put it in gave all the filters and said, okay, you'll have to change filters every 6 months. Well, the group came back in 6 months, all the filters were used, and the water holding tank was being used as a landfill. There are slow sand filters that just need to be cleaned. Just take the top off, just take the schmuck off the top, and then the drain, and then the flow will continue. And as soon as it gets clogged, they just start throwing their garbage inside. Because what happens is, it's not, these projects, as simple as they may be, are not intuitive to the communities where they're built. And what's difficult from an engineer's perspective is having to figure out what is intuitive. We spend a lot of time in our design process trying to figure out what to do. And I would say equally as much time talking on the phone or on Skype with the masons, asking, what should we do? When we built this, it was a 5-mile long distribution system. Usually there are shut-off valves every mile, or actually every kilometer. So every half mile about, there'd be a shut-off valve, so that if the pipe breaks, or something happens, it gets clogged in one location, they just shut off the valve on either side and then are able to drain the rest of it, and then they can get at the pipe that needs the maintenance and fix it. I was talking to Diego. I'll bet I asked him 3 to 5 times. Now we need these shut-off valves, right? No, I don't think that's a good idea. Next time. So I think we should have a shut-off valve every kilometer of this system. I think it's a really good idea, and it's pretty mandatory. Well, Marissa, if we have that shut-off valve and someone sees us put it in, they're going to come in the middle of the night and take the water, steal the water. They'll know that shut-off valve, and they'll shut it off, and they'll break the pipe and add their own pipe and get water to their homes. And steal from the village whose water it is. Oh. Asked him the next time, well, what should we do instead of a shut-off valve? And he said, we'll just shut off the entire system and find the problem and fix it and then turn it on. But that's like 5 miles. He said, yeah, that's the way we need to do it. So our original design had all the shut-off valves, and our end design didn't. But and this is part of my commitment to Agua para la Salud and to Engineers Without Borders at UWM, I am fully committed with working with the masons that know what's going on. Diego is extremely knowledgeable and extremely patient with us, which is really important. And we respect him enormously, and it's returned. So we listen to each other when we're down there, which is really great. And his education is extremely important, because everything we talk to him about, he's able to then distribute to every single villager he speaks with, which is so important. Engineers Without Borders USA doesn't allow a group, like an actual chapter, to fund a circuit rider to return back to projects and make sure that they're being sustained and that the village is educated in maintenance. But but they do highly promote education and returning back. That's a mandatory aspect of every project, that when you go back, a group should work in the same area for 5 years. And one of the reasons is to go back and look at old projects, make sure they're being maintained. If they're not, to have meetings about how to maintain it and really help the community do that. And CannedWater4Kids follows that same mission, because no one wants to support a project and turn around in less than a year and have it not functioning. The whole idea is to bring that water to the kids.